Toxic air outrage tonight at 11. People demand answers on a plant pumping cancerous fumes, and we have live team coverage.
And Sterigenics is in Cobb County, and it knowingly releases those toxins. Both Jamie Kennedy and Carolyn Ryan at tonight's packed house of angry folks. We're starting with Carolyn. Carolyn?
Good evening. About 800 to 1,000 people filled the seats of the Cobb County Civic Center tonight. They came to hear from EPA and EPD officials who pretty much said tonight they couldn't really offer too many specifics with how ethylene oxide will actually impact the community until they get the data back from those air tests. So unfortunately, residents tonight left with a lot of the same questions they came in with. A full house.
We deserve answers. We deserve facts.
Of angry residents who live around the Sterigenics plant.
We know this causes cancer. We know it's being released into our air. Is any amount acceptable? I would say no.
Demanding answers tonight from EPA and EPD officials. It was the second community meeting since the news broke last month that the sterilization plant was emitting ethylene oxide, a dangerous chemical that causes cancer. A panel of health experts gave information about the toxic gas, but Georgia Representative Eric Allen says that's not good enough. The Sterigenics plant in Illinois is shut down while they figure out what's going on. Why aren't we doing the same thing?
The governor has the authority and the power to do that, to ask them to cease operations while this investigation is going on. And that's one of the most disappointing things we didn't hear tonight.
State Senator Jen Jordan echoed what a lot of residents said after the meeting. We need less talk and more action.
Good thing is that I think the people of this community showed up tonight, and I think the EPA, EPD, the governor's office, I think everybody is on notice that we're not just going to sit back and be spoon-fed information and be expected just to take it, because our very health and the health of our children and the people we love are at stake.
Yeah, so those state lawmakers really calling out the governor tonight. They want him to follow Illinois' lead and shut down Sterigenics until we can get this thing figured out. Also, a lot of pressure tonight on the EPA and the EPD to get that air testing underway and to provide a lot more transparency in the process. And for more on that, we turn to my colleague, Jamie Kennedy. Jamie.
Caroline, that is right, because it was all about damage control tonight for the EPA and EPD. Lots of presentations by them trying to be more transparent and earn back the trust of the public and the elected officials, saying more will be done to make the air safer.
We're going to go back and learn from it and figure out how we can communicate better with folks going forward.
The EPA and EPD have been on damage control since the story broke in July about the ethylene oxide released in the air by Sterigenics and a number of other facilities in Georgia. A lot of tonight's meeting has been about how they will be moving forward, upping the standards on facilities who use the deadly gas. As CBS 46 first broke on Friday that the first business has left the immediate area next to the Sterigenics plant because of the ETO the company releases. Officials saying understanding all this new data collected takes time and why the public wasn't notified sooner. A new permit for the Sterigenics facility will be issued by January with new reduced emission levels based on the new controls the company has agreed to install, making the plant airtight also being required. When are they going to be fully vacuumed?
So we have a consent order with the facility forcing them to complete all the work within 24 weeks.
For now, the state has no plans to take over the testing of how much ethylene oxide is produced by Sterigenics and others, and that self-reporting will continue. Live in Cobb County, Jamie Kennedy, CBS 46 News.
Jamie, thanks. And the city of Atlanta reacting to the Sterigenics fallout tonight. Today, the city council approving air testing in the city. Mayor Keisha Lance Bottom says there's no evidence of toxins from Sterigenics. You can count on us to